Welcome back to another episode of Artist Interviews. I'm your host, Rocha. Today we're meeting with my good friend, Lizeth Martinez from El Don newspaper here at Santa Ana College. So sit back, relax, and let's take a closer look.
Hi everyone, my name is Lizeth Martinez. I'm EIC here at El Don News, and this is my managing editor.
Hi, my name is Jackie Padilla, and I'll be your managing editor for this semester.
Yeah, so follow me around the room. So this is our newsroom. This is on this side of the room. This is where our staff sits. So after we finish lecture in our classroom, we come over here and our staff has the liberty to work on any of these computers. They're kind of assigned seats. So typically everyone kind of has their own seat and they work here with InDesign, Photoshop, and all of the other software that we provide here at El Don and through Santa Ana College. Now on this side of the room is where all of the editors sit. So here we kind of have our own assigned little corners. Over here is my lifestyle editor, Gio. Here's our sports editor, Brandon. My managing editor, who you may or may not have met, Jackie. And over there in that corner I sit, but as you can see, this is kind of a big inspo reminder board that we use. So we have a bunch of thumbtacks and we just like to stick up whatever we can, right? Whether that be inspiration, Rolly, all of sports or any current stories he's working on. You can see we have a lot of personality here. Rolly is a big fan of Hamilton, the Angels, and we just like to decorate however we want because we spend so much time in this room anyways, so why not put things up on the wall? Over here is we like to call it sometimes our Bible basically, because it has everything, every rule we go by. Whether that be punctuation, how to spell out sergeant on first reference, this is what we refer to always. So every time we get a draft, we're like, have you checked AP style? And it always has to be yes, or else we won't read it and we'll send it back. But right here we have some zines. This is a mental health matters zine that was done in 2022. So sometimes we get grants, and through that leftover money, we like to publish some of our students' work with like finer quality paper. And yeah, we also have some reminders of the SAC annual art show happening this Friday, which I'm going to be attending and we're going to be covering and actually hoping to put in this upcoming paper. And this is my desk. So this is where I spend so many hours in this newsroom behind these two screens. And sometimes I like to pull out my laptop as well. As you can see, I don't have much up here, but up here, for example, this was regarding our last print. So this is for the news section, all the stories that were going into the news section of the paper, the lifestyle, sports, and views. And it's just regarding like time, deadlines, and all of the reporters that are covering that specific story. The trip that we wanted to go to New York, but we couldn't raise enough funds for. And other rules that we go by, right? So whether that be what is solution journalism? So this is the criteria that we do for this kind of reporting and stuff like that. We always like to refer to our wall, right, for the code of ethics, if you saw earlier. And right here I'm working on a new list for us, since we're working on the cover, the news section, and yeah, so that's what my first to-do list is, to make a to-do list of everyone else's work. And here I also have my AP style book, and I have like so many pens. My sports editor says I like to hog all the pens, and I guess that's true. As you can see, we like to thrive in chaos. This is our planning board. So this is the layout for our newspaper coming out the end of May. So as you can see, we have each page laid out and kind of an idea of what design is going to look like, but also it gives us reminders. So this is due end of day, May 6th, and it's just really chaotic, but it makes sense to us and we like to explain it to each other. We're like, okay, well, we need something here, right? And then like that question mark, we're just going to erase it now because we just discovered what we're going to fill in. This is kind of a sneak peek into where our minds are at as journalists and as like designers for the newspaper, how it works, right? We're kind of all over the place, but this is how we like to keep ourselves grounded for these upcoming next 2 weeks, because our newspaper is due in the next 2 weeks. During print week, we stay here like 9 to 9, right? So we're here 12 hours, doing as much as we can. We have like our priority deadlines. Oh, down here we also have other little handbooks. So like media law, the basics, because we like for our reporters and our staff to know their rights. And then down here we also have previous newspaper volumes. So in case we're looking at this and we're like, okay, how do we design this page, right? We like to look at our previous work, right, from our previous staff and previous editors. And if not, we also have more inspiration back there where we like to flip through LA Times designs, LA Land, right? And it's just, this is where we live. So these are our previous 2 newspaper issues. This was from last semester. As you can see, is very community oriented. The front cover is actually our previous news editor. And it was a story on basically a changing downtown, how they took off the Northgate Market from a community that really needed it, right? So we covered that. And in the back page, we like to have student voices every time we do one. So even this one back here, summer plans, and we ask students what their plans are. For this one is, who do you remember in Dia de los Muertos, right? So that celebration where we honor our past and our loved ones. Our previous lifestyle editor, who is now at Cal State Long Beach, designed this page. If you get to know her, this is entirely her. So Donna, we love you and we miss you. But yeah, recently though, this is a really important issue to us because it celebrates our 100th year of El Don. So in here, this, as you can see from the very front, it's the covers, because they're all like little baby covers, of the past 100 years. So it's not exactly like all of them, but some of the most eye-catching ones. And our previous editor-in-chief, Kate Bustamante, designed this, and she also designed the center pullout. So she's a big designer. This is really her niche, what she does. This took a lot of work, really. Like, I saw behind the scenes of what doing this. As you can see, these are like really old. They've kind of yellowed out. What the team did for El Don 100 was they scanned each individual newspaper, right? Because they're so fragile, how do you like make copies of them, right? So you scan them and then printed them out, and that's how we got this. So it's really beautiful. Inside, as you can see, I'll pull out the center pullout. This was designed by Kate and Carrie. Carrie was also a previous editor-in-chief, so we have a lot of history behind all of these newspapers. But this is a century of history, and down here we gave a shout out to the exhibition that El Don put on, the El Don 100 team, because it was kind of a separate team with previous editors that they put on, celebrating the past century of history of El Don, right? So up on the walls you can see past issues covering all kinds of political turmoil during the Vietnam War and both world wars. It was really a lot. Like, if you get a chance to go see it, it's a lot to take in, right? But there's also really beautiful images. It's really great to see. So here is also like staff pictures of the past 100 years through the century, and then all of our mastheads. So this is like the evolution of El Don, and now we're just a D logo, right? Quick and simple. All of this is product of a lot of sweat and tears, really. Like, we really put our all into this for the weeks we worked on it. It was a lot of almost like sleepless nights where we took, and we really stayed in this newsroom for hours and hours on end. We had to remind each other to take those breaks, step away from the design computer. But here we have like the news section, you know, highlighting groups on campus, a profile, the new buildings we have, and then we have our lifestyle section, which again is like more as it sounds, right? Whether that be food, current movies, or any kind of shops or feature articles that we like to write. And then we have sports, right? So sports, like here at Santa Ana, right, we like to cover what we have. And here, this is really important for us just because Jade was Santa Ana College's first female wrestling captain, and now she won state as of recently, so that was really, really big. And then finally, we have our view section. So this is kind of how our staff feels about any other news story. So this was FAFSA, right? FAFSA was a big point of contention in the past few months. It's still affecting students, and currently our social media team is working on a podcast regarding FAFSA, right? Our social media team, they sit right here, Daniela and Sofia. And back here again, this time we wanted to tie it back to the front page. This is just a little time capsule. So we asked students, our social media team asked students what they would like to put in a time capsule, and we got some really funny answers. If you want to see the TikTok, you can follow us on social media. They made a little TikTok because we like to move to where a lot of people are getting their news, and that's TikTok and Reels or just social media, right? So we're looking into that side of the industry, and it's looking pretty well so far. And now we're outside. So this is the trophy case that you pass before going into our newsroom, and I'm gonna have my managing editor, the lovely Jackie Padilla, speak a little bit about that.
All right, so we're a part of a few collegiate press clubs. So we're at the Associated Collegiate Press Club. We are also at the CMAs, which is the California Media Association, the Columbia Scholastic Award as well. These are just a few of our trophies. We have way more down at downtown Santa Ana. We're just, this is just like to showcase to everyone that walks by, like, hey, like, we actually matter. And, you know, the work that we do is significant and it matters.
So these are a few of our pacemakers. You have to meet like a certain criteria in order for a collegiate newspaper to receive one of those. And these are our best of show. So these are really important to us, just because, as you can see, we get one like yearly. So this shows like the legacy of El Don throughout the years. And we still have more that we couldn't even fit in here. But the best of show, we get them for the best 2-year collegiate newspaper. So this comes to show that El Don has been the best 2-year collegiate newspaper in the nation for a couple of years now, as you can see. Since the 1980s, yes. Yeah. Jackie was actually someone who worked on El Don 100, the exhibition. So she really went through all of those past archives of articles, all of that design, all of the past awards, and really scanned them through, did all her research. So Jack, if you want to ask something about El Don's history, you ask Jackie. Thank you for following us around El Don News.
Your voice matters, and don't forget to pick up our latest edition of our newspaper.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. This was another episode of Artist Interviews. I'll see you on the next one.